This happened during our 7th grade field trip to the state zoo. I didn't think much of it at the time, but the more I replay it in my head, the more it messes with me. There were 5 kids per group, each with a parent or teacher chaperone. Mine was Mrs. K, the language arts teacher. Our group was me, Eli, 2 girls named Hannah and Grace, and some quiet kid named Braden. We stuck together most of the day, saw the wolves, ate lunch, normal stuff. But after lunch, Braden wandered off. Mrs. K kind of freaked out. She called the other groups, had us retrace our steps. Eventually, security got involved. They locked the place down for about 20 minutes while they searched. Then, out of nowhere, Braden just showed up near the gift shop. Said he'd been there the whole time. He wasn't crying, didn't look scared, just kept saying, "I didn't go anywhere. I swear." They didn't press it. We left the zoo a little late, but everyone seemed relieved. We got back on the bus. Roll call was normal. I remember feeling bad for him. Everyone was treating him weird, like he'd done it on purpose. Here's where it gets strange. A few weeks later, Mrs. K gave us a fun reflection worksheet with group photos she'd printed from the trip. In my group's photo, taken in front of the aquarium tunnel, we're all there. Eli, Hannah, Grace, me, but not Braden. Checked again. He's not in any of the group shots. Not at the lunch table, not at the wolf exhibit, not even the class photo in front of the zoo entrance. It's like he never went. I messaged Eli and asked if he noticed. He replied, "Who's Braden?" I thought he was joking, so I asked Grace too. She said, "Wasn't it just the 4 of us?" I don't have a single memory of him getting on the bus that morning, but I remember him leaving the gift shop, staring at me like he was waiting for me to say something. I didn't. In May of 2018, our 6th grade class took a field trip to a small wildlife center just outside Omaha. It was one of those half-day trips, see some animals, do a scavenger hunt, get back by 2:30. I was in Group B with Ms. Ray and 5 other kids. We were each given a clipboard and a laminated map with checkpoints. The idea was to walk the loop trail, spot animals, and mark what we saw. Everything was normal until our 3rd stop, the bird observation deck. It's a wooden platform that overlooks a marsh. We took a group photo there. I remember because a kid none of us recognized offered to take it. He looked like he belonged. Green hoodie, laminated map, clipboard. He didn't say much, just smiled, took the photo, handed the phone back to Ms. Ray, and walked off in the opposite direction. A minute later, Ms. Ray frowned and asked, "Wait, whose kid was that?" None of us knew. We looked at the photo. There were 7 kids in it, including the one who took the picture. You can see him in the reflection on the glass behind us. He's not smiling in the photo. His face looks off, blurry, almost like he moved too fast for the camera. When we got back to the visitor center, Ms. Ray told the staff about him. They checked, but said all students had been accounted for. But here's the thing. When we turned in our scavenger hunt sheets, there were 6 from our group. None of us had the 7th one. And later that night, one of the girls in our group, Lena, texted me a picture of her sheet. There was messy handwriting at the bottom that none of us recognized. It just said, "Saw you." She swears she didn't write it. This happened during a 9th grade field trip to a science museum in St. Paul. It was February 2020, just before COVID hit. I still think about it more than I'd like to admit. Around 12:40 p.m., after lunch, I told my teacher I needed to use the bathroom. She pointed me toward a hallway just past the space exhibit. It was empty, quiet except for the soft hum of the vending machines. The bathroom was huge and cold. That weird public restroom smell, bleach and wet tile. I picked the middle stall and locked it. About a minute in, the door opened. I heard slow footsteps, heels clicking on tile. Not sneakers, not boots, heels. They stopped right outside my stall. No sound for a few seconds. Then the handle jiggled. Not hard, just once. I froze. I didn't say anything. I just waited. After about 30 seconds, I heard the footsteps walk slowly to the stall next to mine. I glanced down. No feet, but I heard breathing, low and raspy, like whoever it was had been running or was trying not to breathe too loud. I stayed frozen for maybe 2 minutes. Then the breathing stopped. I waited another minute, then slowly opened my stall. The bathroom was empty. Every stall door was wide open, including the one next to mine. I left fast, but when I walked back into the hallway, I realized something was off. The vending machines weren't humming anymore. The lights were dimmer, and the hallway smelled different, like wet metal. When I turned the corner back toward the exhibits, it was completely dark. No people, no sound, just empty glass cases and monitors that weren't on. I swear I was gone for maybe 5 minutes. Tops. When I finally found my group again, after walking around what felt like an abandoned wing of the museum, my teacher looked pale. She said they'd been searching for me for over an hour, and that security footage showed me entering the bathroom, but never coming out.